welcome to Taskmaster Australia. I've manipulated 5 comedians into attending tonight, all to compete for this galaxy brain-containing golden mimeograph of my head. Those not wiser, not wise, not even wise-ish comedians are Anne Edmonds, Jenny Tian, Josh Thomas, Lloyd Langford and Will Anderson. And the person who I tried to manipulate into not being here by scheduling a Learn to Draw anime girls event at the same time as this taping is Tom Cashman. Why didn't you go to the drawing class?
I knew it was a trick. And I already know how to do it.
All right, Tom, make yourself useful and tell us about the prize task.
Tonight, our contestants have been asked to bring in the thing most likely to make your parents tut-tut. And at the end of tonight, the winner of the episode will take home all 5 tut-tuttable prizes. OK, well, Will Anderson, what have you brought in to make your parents tut-tut?
My parents are dairy farmers, Tom, so I thought I'd start there, so I brought in this. That's a little cow in like a skimpy bikini, and if you press it... that is my parents saying tut-tut.
They sounded like cow chewing on cud. All right, so scantily clad. They're normally naked, isn't that worse?
I think if you went to a farm and a cow was in a bikini, you'd think that was worse.
All right, Jenny, what do you have?
Yes, so my parents, when they get older, they always talk about how I'm going to take care of them. So I've brought in a pack for the retirement village I'm going to send them to.
OK.
We can see there's a 110% dissatisfaction rate because I'm going to send them to the cheapest retirement home in the country. Yeah, and I'm also going to give them the absolute nastiest nurse in the country, which is...
OK, so it's a horrible retirement village that you've made up, but they're going to be cared for by their daughter. That kind of sounds nice. That's every old person's dream.
But, like, I don't have any nursing qualifications.
Yeah, but their misplaced parental pride might overshadow that.
Who said they had pride?
Lloyd, what do you have?
I'm glad you asked. I have a photograph of me standing next to and not retreating from a lit firework. And it is attached to a copy of the Daily Mail newspaper. The Daily Mail is full of scare stories about immigration and global warming and the royal family and stuff, so they'll already be in a tutting vibe.
OK.
And then they'll turn over the page and they'll be faced with a photograph of me absolutely disobeying the accepted laws of the firework behaviour.
OK. Anne, what did you bring in?
I actually brought in my Deb dress. You already...
No, I can already feel judgmental energy from parents.
Well, my mum, who is a feminist, she said to me, I'll give you $1,000 if you don't make your Deb. And so at the age of 17, I gave up $1,000 to be paraded around in front of men. I got $1,000 anyway from... No.
What's a Deb?
Oh, you're a... Where did you go to school, Tom?
None of your business.
You obviously weren't invited. It's when they parade the women around and society goes, she's out.
Yeah.
Marry her off.
Is this how you met Lloyd?
Yep.
It was a very hotly contested auction.
So, Josh, what would make your parents tut?
I brought in your gold logie.
Oh.
They really don't like you.
So they don't like my comedy or my whole act?
They just think that you're a piece of shit.
Probably never going to meet your parents. It doesn't worry me.
You've met my parents.
Have I?
No.
Well, Josh's mum, if you are watching, I think you're a
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That fixed that.
No.
Oh, well, I better score these. Will on 1 point because I think a nude cow would be even more... I'd tut-tut at that myself. Jenny, I'm going to give 2 points because quite considerate. I mean, at the moment, it may seem like a long way away, but I'm telling you, they'll eventually appreciate it.
No,
I'll
but
be
they're
wrapped.
Asian parents, so no, they won't.
I'm not sure what that means because I'm white. Josh, I'm giving 3 points too. I know he's saying that his parents hate me, but quite happy about that. Lloyd's going to get 4 points because being too close to a bottle rocket is a definite parental dressing down. And 5 points to Anne because mothers hate their daughters.
Yeah. Rightly so.
All right, Tom, task time. One of the real ones that we filmed with cameras.
You know what I always say, if life gives you lemons, turn it into the first team task of the season.
Hello.
Hi, Josh.
You look good.
Thank you. Don't run too fast. There's some dangerous implements over here.
You don't want me getting cut by a knife.
I would hate that.
Bunch of lemons? Oh, my God. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, my God. Hello, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Oh, hi.
Where did you come from?
I just sort of live out the front there.
Oh.
Well, you look like the worst discount Wiggles of all time.
How have you found Tom Cashman?
Yeah, good. He's really warm and,
Sometimes I find him really annoying, but sometimes I like him.
yeah, I mostly like him.
So who wants to read the...
I'll read it.
OK,
Jenny,
go.
read it.
Bang.
OK, let's go. This is hard. Did you find this bit hard?
I haven't found that bit hard, no.
This is the hardest bit for me.
Yeah.
Toss lemons from one waste bin to another.
All tossing and all catching must be done with waste bins.
Any lemon that hits the ground, Tom will make into lemonade.
Furthest successful toss in metres. What does that mean?
It's just, it doesn't need to
Just
say
that,
meters,
all those
does it?
words.
Furthest successful toss in metres minus the amount of lemonade in litres wins. You have 15 minutes.
Your time starts now.
Maybe we should start off small and give ourselves confidence.
Right.
Should we just start really long and see if we win?
Yeah, OK.
So can you just talk us through the task again?
It's total metres.
Total metres.
Minus the amount of litres of lemonade, which would be created by any dropped lemon, any lemon that touches the ground, I juice, and that's the literage that is minused from the meterage. I've made this too complicated.
Didn't understand it then, I don't understand it now.
Basically, you've got to throw from...
Do you want me to have a go?
Maybe.
So you've got to throw a lemon from one basket to another. The longest distance is the best,
Yep.
but you subtract the amount of litres of juice from the lemons on the ground.
Yeah.
OK, so I like to name the teams, but I feel like Will already named his team beautifully as the Discount Wiggles. I'm just going to sit back on the other team.
OK.
And maybe I'll decide later. Anyway, metres minus litres, easy. Which team is going to start us off?
This team is a lot like lemons. If they showed up at halftime to your local footy match, you'd think something's gone horribly wrong. It's Anne and Josh.
All right, you ready? That doesn't count!
That doesn't count, it's still in
Oh, that
there.
hurt.
We've got 15 minutes.
Oh. Okay. Wait, we don't have to worry about him, though. Do you want to throw or catch? Okay, I can get
really
further.
got
I can
that.
get further. I can go
got
further. Let's do some more.
I'll have a throw now.
Yeah.
Oh, you should throw.
Oh!
I mean, we would have been almost the same.
These have touched the ground.
Look how small that is. They haven't.
These have touched the ground.
What? If they touch the ground?
That's correct.
Should we stop? It bounced out, that's not fair.
How could I toss further?
You could go up on the top, go up there. Go on the balcony. OK, go. This is the most important thing you've ever done. I know you've done TV shows and lived in LA and stuff, but this will make or break you, this.
This is a lemon!
Oh!
Oh, that was so close. Oh!
It hit my wrist.
Oh! that good? Is that further?
I don't know.
Go right out there.
Yeah.
We'll go right out there, and then this will be a wrap. No!
I think we're done.
Blow the whistle! Hey, whistle boy.
They're just 2 lemons just dropped. It was just no. Why did I point that out?
I don't know why you did that. Honey, you've gone real serious about that juice.
He's so busy juicing. Well, this is our winning. Ooh. This is our winning lemon.
What happens with the juice? Look at him. It's like a meerkat.
Is that touching the grass?
It's not touched a blade of grass.
Oh. Oh.
OK, well, I'm not sure that you understood what was going on there, given, Josh, you said, what's going on with the juice. Do you understand now?
We assumed that only the lemons that we missed catching in them, but then some fell out of the wheelbarrow and that counted, and we sort of hadn't thought that through yet. But
I think we should have stopped.
You should have stopped. When Josh said, I think we're doing quite good, at that point, they'd dropped 14 lemons in a row.
But, like, let's be honest, how many did you expect us to drop? I would have thought more than 14.
Yeah, 14 feels right.
So you got 10.8 metres distance and 1.7 litres of juice, which gives you a final score of 9.1.
I feel good about that.
So I've been thinking about the team name. We've got Discount Wiggles.
Yep.
I need something equivalent, so I'm thinking Premium Economy Hooly Doolies. Wiggles, discount, Premium Economy Hooly Doolies. It's about even.
I don't know what a hooly dooly is.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't know who they are makes it even better. Hello to the Hooly Doolies if you're watching at home. No one remembers you.
Hey, hooly doolies! Yeah!
Yeah, and Josh's mum, if you're still watching, you're still a wit. Tom Cashman, where are we up to?
It's the Discount Wiggles with the ingredients for a very discounted fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. It's Jenny, Will and Lloyd.
Hey, any lemon hits the ground, Tom will turn into lemon.
No, you should. That wasn't an...
Lloyd, what have you done?
That wasn't an attempt.
First, from one wastebasket to another.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was great.
We've got one. Okay, that's our first distance. Oh, that's great.
Whoa,
Okay.
okay,
I
and
feel
then-
like you can at least take another step back. Go.
Oh, shit,
Okay,
sorry.
all right, that one hit the ground. That's fine. That's going to be juice. That doesn't matter. All right, big throw. Good catch.
Oh,
See, that's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, move that marker. You move that marker, though. That's good. Oh, no, okay. That one's hit the ground. You want to tag in for a second? We'll give it a go. Oh. All right.
Hey, that was pretty good.
I'm not letting it hit the ground.
Yes!
Here we go. Oh, got it. All right, beauty. Good work. This is good. Right here. Thank you very much.
Wow.
All right, big throw, big fella. Let's go. Oh, one of the all-time greats.
Damn!
There we go. That's right, that's it.
That was great.
That's a great throw, my friend. Oh, yeah,
Got it.
great.
Yes!
You are amazing. Seriously, what do you reckon you got in your Lloyd?
I think Lloyd wants another one.
I mean, you know what? You may as well.
25 seconds.
You know what? Go for glory.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give us a discus version. Let's see what happens. Could be the greatest moment in Taskmaster history.
Yeah, go, Lloyd.
Look,
What?
we
What?
did lose.
Come
and we
on,
would have
Lemon Boy.
lost.
Don't let us have our moment.
How do you feel about the fact that when they threw, they had 2 people with 2 different baskets capable of catching?
That's a
You
good
just have one,
point.
and we
They've
would
got
have
2
lost
basket
anyway.
opportunities, and we just had me.
But your ineptitude is still the same.
Yeah. No, I was asking the question, and I do think the answer is that we don't mind.
Well, I think the problem is, even if we say, oh, we think it's unfair they had 2 baskets, Tom will say, shut the up.
My mother's watching at home, and at the moment she's tut-tutting, Josh.
Do you know what I've always said about your mum?
What?
She's a slut.
She has actually passed away, but anyway.
From all the sex.
OK, so the Discount Wiggles did great. I mean, that was pretty amazing. Did we accidentally invent a task that is actually a Welsh national sport, Lloyd? Because you were all over that.
Yeah, I just started vibing. I was like, I was born to hike citrus out of waste receptacles.
It was honestly impressive. He just stepped up and it was like, oh my God, I was like really attracted to him.
So, the Discount Wiggles threw their lemon 19.8 metres. Only 0.9 litres, so their score is 18.9, more than twice the other team.
Well, I think that, yeah, the Discount Wiggles did a great job, so it's 5-5-5.
OK.
And the Premium Economy Hooly Doolies get 3 and 3.
OK.
Yeah, great. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
So, Alyssa, Tom, can you give us an episode score update?
Josh and Will are on 6 points each. Jenny's on 7, Anne's on 8, but Lloyd is in the lead with 9 points.
OK, let's stick another task in their gobs, shall we?
The last task was about fruit, and we're all about balance. So here's a task about vegetables.
Morning, Tom.
Hi, Anne. Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Tom.
Root vegetables. I don't even know what some of them are. Sweet potato, beetroot.
And this is a carrot. That's
Parsnip.
what? Oh, parsnip.
Turnip. But this one is a mystery to me.
This is a celeriac.
If this task is for us to root, Tom, I'm very excited about this.
Oh, OK.
Make love to Tom. You have 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Is that your usual time?
Pick a root vegetable, then do something breathtaking with it.
You have 30 seconds to choose your root vegetable.
Then 30 minutes to do something with it.
Most breathtaking thing wins.
Your time starts now.
I'm going to pick this one.
Celeriac. Oh.
Yeah.
Why did you choose that one?
It looked almost like a willy.
Tom, can't beat a root. I pick up what you're putting down.
We're going to be special friends.
Special?
No, not like that, Tom. You get your mind out of the gutter.
OK, and then what do I do breathtaking with it? I think you sort of held your breath through that.
You finished?
Then 30 minutes to do something with it. Oh, I've misread it. Oh, I've misread it, haven't I? OK, well, let's try and do something more breathtaking than that.
OK.
So, just to be clear, we've got Josh went a sweet potato, as did Anne. Jenny grabbed the celeriac, and Will the beetroot, for its joke potential, obviously, and Lloyd the parsnip. Who's first?
For maximum healthiness, tonight we will consume 5 vegetable-based tasks. Our first course is Jenny.
Welcome to the Root Vegetable Olympics. Today we have the diving event. In competition, we have beetroot, sweet potato, and what's that coming? The incredible celeriac, who has a name very hard to pronounce, therefore making it the superior root vegetable. First up, we have sweet potato. Lands on the ground like a loser. Next up, beetroot. And it doesn't make it either. It doesn't belong in burgers or the Olympics. And finally, we have celeriac. Diving now. It turns, it spins, it's flying through the air. I have never seen anything so magnificent, and it lands. Absolutely breathtaking. Celeriac is the winner.
Got a good reaction, Jenny?
Yeah.
Were you supposed to just choose one root vegetable?
It never said you can't have all of them there.
You had to choose one and do something...
Breathtaking with that one.
Yeah, with that
But
one.
I did with the one.
Yeah, the other vegetables lost. I'm with Jenny 100% on this.
Yeah.
The celeriac was the only one that did anything breathtaking.
Exactly.
They were prawns.
But just before you get excited, Jenny, every time Josh backs himself, it goes badly. I agree, like, for the celeriac to, you know, win gold in the Olympics would be breathtaking.
Yeah.
But the other root vegetables were in the Olympics, which I would also say is quite breathtaking.
Would you really call a splat on the ground breathtaking?
Let me just picture it. I'm watching the Olympics, someone jumps off the board, they split in half. You know what I'd do? I can't breathe! I can't breathe! In fact, more so than the gold medal. OK, who's next?
This guy never struggled to get a root. At least that's what he's always telling me. It's Will Anderson. Hi there.
Hi, Tom.
Will?
I am Will, but I'm also a beetroot. Tom, will you make me the happiest beetroot in the world and take this task from me?
OK.
Could you please open it?
Be mine.
Yeah.
Every day, every night. Tom, are you owed orgasms tonight? Question mark, question mark. I love you. Please marry me.
Yeah. If you could make me the happiest beetroot on earth. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you.
I think we've just learnt why you never said yes to a sketch show. I feel like you're way outside your comfort zone.
Oh, yes, of course I am. I've come on someone else's show. It's weird to sit over the other side of a panel, you know?
I know. Well, I have been thinking, why are you doing this show? Do you need money? You know I can lend it to you.
Well, firstly, Tom, I mean, I actually kind of do need money. but if I did need money, this would not be the show that I would come on, because we're all being paid the same, despite our experience. So...
Is that why you're doing the root jokes before? Because it's
yeah,
all
you get what you pay for.
Who's up next?
Can he beat snapping a bit of it off with his knee? It's Josh Thomas.
You know, sometimes you see those people and they make a battery out of a potato.
What people?
You make a circuit. You connect the copper to the zinc, and then you connect the copper to the light bulb, and that makes a circuit. So now we connect this to this. Okay, can we turn the lights off? Oh!
Is it not working?
Yeah. It feels like a letdown.
Okay.
I feel disappointed.
Yep.
It's just me and you in the dark staring at a potato.
Even your mother would be tut-tutting that.
You gotta give it to me. It was a quick package, though. Can we make a potato battery? No, we can't. Now it's time for Jenny Tian.
The good news is you did already snap a sweet potato in half, and by comparison, that was breathtaking. So I'm more than happy to go with the snapped sweet potato. Well then, let's have another lesser, Tom.
I've heard of Mr. Potato Head. It's time for some Mrs. Potato Dread with Anne Edmonds.
Hi, my name's Sweetie. I came today because my grandma and I always used to sing together and she just passed away. This is my song. I'm just a sweet potato. I'm long and strange and bumpy. That's what the other potatoes call me. Yeah, I'm always left on the shelf. Yeah, I'm sweet, sweet potato. Yeah, I'm sweet, sweet potato. Sweet, sweet potato. Baby, I was born to fry.
Thanks, Anne.
No worries.
Sorry, just got to get my breath back. That was amazing.
Moving.
That was very moving.
And Lloyd, you know, I've been singing that song around the house too. Did it ring a bell?
To me, it just sounded like an old classic.
So you improv'd all of that? Holy cow, you're talented.
Yeah, she improv'd the lines sweet, 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 sweet potato, yeah.
OK, we've got one more attempt at taking breath with a dirt nugget.
He's a big fan of underground jazz. Let's see how he feels about underground vegetables. It's Lloyd Langford.
I saw, like, an American football player.
OK.
And he threw it over a house. As soon as it let go of his hand, he ran around the house and then he caught it.
Right.
And I reckon I could throw this parsnip over that shed and do the same thing. What I'm wondering is, if I keep trying it and failing, are you going to use that footage? That's the right...
Did you run all the way around?
I went
so quickly that I missed it?
I went fully round the shed then. I did it again. I'm not a very athletic person. Do this. Get your head together. Get in the game. We'll do this. You think it's possible?
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking. How much time have I got?
26 seconds.
Right.
It's almost like you were performing to a crowd there.
I was just fantasising doing it like in a stadium, you know.
Do you think you'll beat the others here?
I'd like to see Josh Thomas throw a parsnip over a shed and catch it on the other side. He hasn't got a sniff. You could rename the task to it for everyone else. You could say Lloyd threw a parsnip over a shed and caught it. Can you do the same?
So you're challenging the others specifically?
I'm laying down the gauntlet.
So, parsnip throwing, I feel like we've stumbled on another Welsh national sport.
It took me so long. I injured my wrist and I had to... One of the crew had to, like, tape my wrist up for the remaining tasks, and it really took the shine off.
I feel bad for Anne having to sit there and watch you do that.
Well, I was just about to say, it's over.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's over the shed. And
No. It's over.
OK, well, you said that we should turn it into a task, and I agree with you, Lloyd, so we did.
Oh, Will.
Oh. Lloyd threw a parsnip over a shed and caught it. Can you do the same?
If you do it in fewer attempts than Lloyd...
Lloyd is wrong.
I love it when Lloyd's wrong.
You have 10 minutes. Your time starts now.
That was the single coolest moment of my whole life.
One-handed. So Lloyd took 24 attempts to catch a parsnip after being thrown over the shed. Everybody else did it in less than 24.
Well, I think the only thing to do there is to give all the others a bonus point and not Lloyd. So to go back to the primary task, I have to grade all of them. I think Will's on 1 point because I don't ever want to see him do sketch comedy ever again.
Well, you're going to have to close your eyes a couple of times over the next few weeks.
Josh, I'm giving 2 points to. The knee snap was underwhelming compared to all the others.
Yeah.
Lloyd's on 3 because it was a good initial task before he started the smack talk. Jenny's on 4 because it was an Olympic standard, but my breath was actually taken away just by that beautiful sweet potato singing its little heart out. And 5 points.
Another task, and my apologies, this one involves a bit of a pong. A ping pong.
Hi.
Hey, Jenny.
Hello.
Hi, Josh.
Okay.
Hey, Toots.
Hey, hello. What now?
What's going on here?
Get those balls into that jar. You're not allowed to use your hands. Get the balls from this jar into that jar. You may not touch the balls with your hands. Fastest wins. The time starts now.
You've got it all figured out.
You mother...
Yeah. Never underestimate us, Lloyd. Seems simple enough. Move the balls from this container to that container, pretty much.
Yes.
Who's first?
First up, we've got Will, Lloyd and Jenny.
Put the balls from this jar into that jar. You may not touch the balls with your hands. There's no bottom on that, is there? If I picked that up, all the balls would have gone everywhere.
We'd hate that.
I see what you've done. You know what? Commit to it.
Time to start scooping up some balls.
Okay, this vacuum cleaner feels like I could only suck one ball at a time if I did that. All right, I'm going to be back.
If anything, that feels like it's going to take longer.
Maybe I could use this as like a container. Hang on.
It'd be better if I had some sort of funnel.
How's your day been?
Pretty good. Mainly just been putting balls in jars.
I know that feeling.
Oh, man. Is this really the fastest way to do this?
The jar's wearing a bib.
The jar is wearing a bib, Tom. Yes, exactly. Let's give it a go.
The bibs have been effective.
We got some balls loose, Tom.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, like all of the best proctologists, I'm going to fix this bottom.
Oh, I just realised that the bouncy balls are big enough for the vacuum.
Oh, Tom, why is this going so badly? I'm just going to try something else.
Is there a time limit on this task?
No.
It's because I overheard the crew talking about overtime.
It might be necessary.
Sucking them balls. Anyway, I won't say that again.
I like this bit.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Look, I suppose that's one of the downsides of using so much tape.
I want to try and complete the task to the best of my ability, and then we can all move on with our lives, I suppose.
We'll leave no ball ungrabbed.
Do you think any proctologists ever say that?
You'll be struck off the register.
To finish it off, 1, 2.
Whoever's in the props department needs their ass kicked for that. A basic error.
All right, that's clear. Yay!
If they've just cut a circle at the very bottom, this would have been impossible to see.
Impossible, you think?
I could have put something underneath if I knew there was a hole underneath.
OK, well, I feel in summary it's Will nerd, Lloyd dope, Jenny well-meaning. At what point did you know things weren't going well for you, Jenny?
Before this series, I thought I was really quite a competent human being. And then I did tasks like this. It was the last task of the day, might I add. I was on such little sleep and all I wanted was a nap, and then I just couldn't keep track of anything.
I went into this show not thinking I had any competence and constantly proved that I have like half competence. I'm always like, I can identify what the problem is, but I can't necessarily find what the solution to that problem is.
Okay, so you're like opposite Jenny.
In almost every way.
So, Lloyd, you came in pretty cocky, thinking that you knew what the task was going to be all about. And then you very quickly hoisted yourself on your own petard.
When the balls fell out the bottom...
Oh, we loved it.
I did a bit as well. Like, I was excited, and then it was like your first sexual experience.
Like mine? Oh, you mean people in general? You said that to me very directly. You said, it was like your first sexual experience. And I'm like, I remember being there and you not being there.
So Jenny took 34 minutes and 41 seconds. Lloyd took 23 minutes and 9 seconds. And Will was slightly faster, 22 minutes and 14 seconds. That leaves Jenny in last place, and not to kick her while she's down, but you might want to see this.
You may not touch the balls with your hands.
Did I just disqualify myself?
No, I didn't realise that these things is possible. Oh, but I can't touch the balls.
I touched it!
You know, I hope I don't get disqualified for touching those balls at the beginning.
Jenny touched 17 balls in total.
You said during that you hope that it doesn't disqualify you.
But don't you commend my effort that even though the first thing I did was touch balls, I still spent how long again?
34 minutes.
34 minutes completing the rest of the task.
It's true. It's one of the best disqualifications I've ever seen.
Next up, it's Anne and Josh.
Oh. Your time starts now. There's a hole in the bottom. That's the stunt.
Well, I won't do that again.
Fastest wins, okay.
That's taken a turn for the worse there.
This is quite good, though.
Is it?
There is a vacuum cleaner. It's fun. No, wrong container.
I'm done.
Are you?
What was the task? All the balls.
Wow, now aren't I in a spot of bother? It's gonna take ages. So we're all just gonna stay here while I do this, are we?
I guess.
This is just doing chores, isn't it?
A little bit.
Do you feel good right now?
I feel normal.
I don't really want to pick them all up. I know that sounds immature, but I just don't really want to do it, you know?
But you're not satisfied with the implements?
The implements are great.
Okay, what if I sweep onto the... The plastic seems like the only real...
Don't touch.
What? I did touch one. Does that mean I'm disqualified? I'd love to be disqualified. Am I disqualified?
Uh-oh. I'm just going to admit defeat and say, you know, I'm at the mercy of the Taskmaster.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm disqualified.
Would you like to be disqualified?
So, Anne, I feel like a lot went wrong for you. Were you having a day?
Can I just say, sweet, 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 sweet potato. Remember that?
I do remember that, but it did erase my memory of it.
I couldn't get all those balls up. I just don't have that kind of staying power. That's how I roll a bit, just throw in the towel. Why not sometimes?
May I remind you also who finished it?
Fair point. Josh, you were disqualified and then you were very happy to be disqualified.
Yeah, only a chump would stay there picking up balls after they've been disqualified. No, sorry, you didn't know. You didn't know. Well, you did know, didn't you? Yeah, so I...
OK, well, what are the scores?
Well, so Anne quit after 13 minutes and 19 seconds. Josh disqualified himself after 4 minutes and 14 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, well, I think it's pretty easy. Jenny did do one of the best disqualifications I've ever seen in my life, so I'm going to leave you at 0. Whereas I feel like Josh's disqualification was -1. Oh. And also, I feel that Anne, in giving up, sets a bad example, -1. You can't just give up on a task.
I can. I did.
OK, well, do it again. There'll be more negatives for you, won't there?
Well, that means 4 points for Lloyd and 5 points to an unstoppable Will Anderson.
So a live task is moments away, but first, how's the episode score looking, Lesser Tom?
Well, we've had some movement. Josh is on 8. There's some jostling in the middle, but now Lloyd has taken the lead with 16 points.
All right, let's wrap things up with a live task. Everyone, get on the stage. So, Lesser Tom, what's all this crap?
Well, before we reveal the task, I would ask each contestant to pick one thing from the bath, please.
This will backfire. It always does. Yeehaw!
So Anne has a hat, Jenny has a leg, Josh has a chicken, Lloyd has a gnome, and Will has a plunger. Jenny, if I could ask you to read this.
Yes. Uh-oh.
All right, paint a painting of a thing that rhymes with your thing, using only your thing. Best painting wins. However, if the Taskmaster cannot tell what your thing is, you will lose 2 points. You have 3 minutes.
Anyone have any more questions before we commence?
Are we supposed to be naked under these?
Whatever you do under there is your business. All right, your 3 minutes starts now.
That's a silly thing to paint with.
This is the conundrum in which you found yourself, yes. You've got 2 minutes left. Off.
I'm not going to win this.
I should have probably clarified this earlier, but please don't draw anything really, really rude. Josh, did you hear that?
What? That's not rude.
1 minute remaining.
No, I want to go home.
I believe in you, Josh. You can do it.
Thank you. You're wrong too.
3 seconds. 2, 1. So first of all, you need to guess what each painting is of. So first, can we see Anne's painting?
OK. I think that's a cat.
You've nailed it in one.
OK.
Could we see Jenny's painting?
A little bit abstract, but I'm pretty sure that would be the first thing that pops into your head to rhyme with leg, and that would be peg.
That is correct. Could we please see Josh's painting?
Come on, Tommy.
OK, well, something that rhymes with chicken, it's like you were painting really slowly and someone yelled out, "Quicken." That's all I can think of, really.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Does anybody know what it is? What is it? It's a licking. Oh. That's a big tongue. That's a big tongue. Slurp, slurp, and then that's a lollipop.
And to that I say thank God. Lloyd's painting. Could we see Lloyd's, please?
Well, I think we're obviously looking at a house.
The Taskmaster's just being cute. That's correct.
Yeah, that's a home, obviously.
Will was painting with a plunger.
If you get this, I'm not going to sit here for the credits.
A grave threat.
I'm not sure I'd be able to identify it if I didn't know what it was.
Can I say, when I clarified with Will what it was, it seemed like he'd forgotten.
Maybe sponger?
You get out of here! You tell your story, Walker! That's what just happened! Sponger! Oh!
All right, well, I have to allocate some scores. I had no idea what Josh was painting, so that's obviously -2.
Yes.
And just to be clear, he did quit. Yep. And I made it very clear before that if you quit, that's -1. So I think it's -3 for Josh.
Okay.
I mean, I think that sounds fair to me.
He has an opportunity to come back right now if he wanted, and he's chosen not to do it, so...
Hopefully there'll be more quitting later in the season. Sponger Will is on 2, because let's be honest, I jagged that one. Jenny is on 3 for the peg. The cat was a great painting. But I think the most beautiful painting was the home by Lloyd. Now, who wins the good stuff?
Well, not doing their best was Josh, but on 21 points, the winner is Lloyd Langford!
All right, congratulations, Lloyd. Get up there and rip into that perfect collection of material items that are finally going to bring meaning to your life. And that brings us to the end of episode 2. What a show, and we've learnt so much. Tom has genuinely learnt what a debutante's ball is and that he's never been asked to one. And I learnt that Lloyd was born to hoik fruit but cursed to fumble veggies. Well done, Lloyd. You're the big winner. Enjoy your parent displeasing bounty. Everyone else, see you next time.
One, two, three, four.
Our comedians have been tasked with making a convincing and effective jingle.
Lloyd, are you the only Welshman that can't sing?
That's beautiful.
I hate this show.
Josh, was worldwide humiliation what you were aiming for?
I can't tell you how much I thought I was going to win this series.
For more Taskmaster, subscribe now.